Welcome back to Bros Park. This is your weekly recap of Kaiju number 8, season 2, episode 6. You're welcome by yours truly, Jeff, and
as always, joined by me, Colin. And how's everybody going? We have, again, another episode directly after the last one. Love when that happens in anime. It's easy to follow. It's great. And we're seeing the tank with Kaiju number 10 in it.
yeah, when you really think about it, not much happened this episode. It's all, like precursor stuff, setting up things for the future, and I think it was really well done. Kaiju number 10, we see Hoshino talking to him, I guess cat's out of the bag. We've been keeping Kaiju number 10 alive this whole time, and he's just a skull in a tank, and he's having a discussion with Hoshino because they had their fight together, in season 1, and Kaiju number 10 actually I think bonded really well with Hoshino because we learned that they're kind of similar. No matter who, whether Kaiju or human, they want to fight. They want to feel that thrill of the fight.
Yeah, it's the adrenaline junkie. They always want to fight the stronger opponent. They don't care if they win or lose. They just want to fight, and that's it. And that, kind of bonded them together in that way. So Kaiju number 10 is kind of approached by Hoshino saying, hey, we need all the info you have on Kaiju number 9. And then, 10 says, oh,
hell yeah.
Sure. I can do that because, at the end of the day, bomb drop, that's my creator. Or oh shit, okay, you're creating now numbered Kaiju, that's kind of insane, right?
Yeah, I like how the caveat to that is that hey, for the information, you gotta take me out of here and fight with me. I like how the way that he said it was fight with me. So Hoshino's fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna fight you, dude. takes it.
Yeah, your body's beyond repair. We can't. No.
But the crazy thing is, when he's doing it, he actually repairs himself and fucking hands on glass too. But that doesn't last long. It's still pretty freaking crazy because he's just ahead. He's fortitude 5.5 still. And Hoshino takes a break outside and was hey, yo, dude, that's super depressed. Don't accept that, right? But he comes back in, and turns out freaking Kaiju number 10 is instead of his interpretation of fight with him was wrong. He wants to be made into a goddamn weapon for Hoshino to use against the Kaijus. Cause I thought that was so fucking badass. Cause he's yo man, I was just a prototype. All the other Kaijus are gonna be newer Kaijus that number 9 can create. I want to be the one that takes care of them. I want to be the one that can destroy all these beings that take after me. I thought that was so fucking cool.
Yeah, he did say that he was just a prototype, and man, when Hoshino kind of discusses it with the team, they're hey, there's no precedent for having an intelligent Kaiju because all the other numbered Kaiju and all the other weapons that they've made have been out of these kind of monster Kaijus. That's it. But none of them have been intelligent to speak and be able to develop battle plans and control other Kaiju and stuff. So there's no precedent. So the other thing is that Kaiju number 10 is seemingly in this position that says, hey, while you're fighting with me as a weapon, I'm going to take control of your body. I will win that battle of force and take over your body and control it, basically.
Yeah, dude, it's I don't know if he's just going to have a weapon because, he's katana. He's going to have a katana weapon, but I wonder if it's going to be a full suit. So I'm thinking at some point, Hoshino will pull a fucking Ichigo hollow type of thing. The hollow is trying to take over him and he's trying to control it. So it's that whole Bankai shit. I really want to see that. That sounds so fucking cool, does it not?
Yeah, that sounds like it would be hype. And if it's the full suit with Zangetsu and shit, fuck, dude. Sign me up.
That'd be so sick. So he's you know what? I'll take that deal. I'd take that deal. So
yeah,
we get all this information. So just we're gonna speed run this. Hoshino goes to what's it called? Area 1, where basically all the captains, we meet them, we meet the vice captains, we meet the big brass, the HQ, and they're discussing the information that Kaiju number 10 told Hoshino, and he's relaying it to everybody. So tells them hey, Kaiju number 9 can create Kaijus, die Kaijus. He's using what they're speculating is the tectonic plates to shift, so animal human matter, whatever, gets melted together, and that's how Kaiju is made. That's the speculation. So they think that's how Kaiju number 9 is creating everything. And, you know, he's way down below. So, like, we're not going to catch him, right? So they're going to try and think of ways to counter Kaiju number 9 before, like, you know, he can even, like, calculate what they are.
Yeah, and they talk about how he can access the memories of anybody that he's kind of digested, and that includes now the director.
That's fucked.
Which, like, all of their intelligence down the drain. So their idea is that they will bring up the new generation and the new recruits, because that way the director's memories won't have any, you know, like, wherewithal on it. And it's also crazy to me that they're obviously in Japan, and that's great. But they're like, oh yeah, Kaiju number 9 is doing this somewhere like off the coast of the Philippines. And I'm like, shouldn't we warn the Philippines? Like, are we not like having a Kaiju mass producing factory like off the coast of their country? Like, what are we doing?
Hey, fuck the Philippines, I guess.
So, but like, anyways, they talk about how they're gonna develop that, and that they need somebody to pilot the suit of number 6, of Kaiju number 6. And that it's the most powerful and dangerous weapon they've created, and nobody's been able to pilot this this far.
Yeah, the king of kaijus of the past, basically. And we saw like a flashback of it. It's basically Godzilla. Right?
So that's an interesting thing that I looked, and some people said that the original artwork had it looking more like Godzilla, but for copyright issues that they might have like changed the look of it a little bit, but I haven't done too much research on that.
Well, they also said I also saw like it brought along like 6 or 8 Daikaijus, and those are just mini Godzillas. You saw that, right?
Yeah.
But so it seems like this number 6 Kaiju was the one that brought down Kikuru's mom, right? That was the battle that did her in, right?
Seemingly, yeah. We got a lot of flashbacks of her, and then her bleeding and stuff like that. So
it was I thought, narratively speaking, I thought Shinomiya was gonna be the pilot for number 6, you know. But then they hit us up with a, you know, we've actually scouted someone, like, he doesn't know this, and like nobody even knows this too. Guess who it is? It's fucking Reno, which, you know, at the end of the day, it kind of makes sense too, because he's, you know, the top, you know, he's part of the main cast of the 3, and like he's like, you know, your everyday Joe Schmo soldier. So turns out he has the capabilities to pilot number 6.
Yeah, he's getting there, and they're saying that he's kind of out of the new generation, maturing quickly and everything, which is fantastic. And you know, they basically, his leader now, because they all got dispersed, is trying to warn him that, like, hey, the numbers weapons
don't
like,
do this, man.
Yeah, they take the toll. They usually end up dying before they get out of the military, basically. And he's like, well, shit, like, I gotta get stronger to save Senpai, Kafka, so I'm gonna do it. So he like throws on just the arms, just like the gauntlets, basically. Yeah. And is trying to have like a compatibility test, and like is infected, and his brain goes into like the dark place that we saw Kafka like face to face with the kaiju that's inside of him, and he's like face to face with kaiju number 6, and like it's just intense. Yeah, and he's like, oh, this is what Senpai has been fighting with this whole time. I was like, dude, that's fucking sick, bro. And like, we see him wake up in a hospital bed next. I was a little surprised. I wish that he had scars from that. Like, you know, I know their medical technology is really good. Like, you get freaking punctured with holes, you're healed. So I wish they had scars on him, but like that would heal in like, you know, probably in like a week or so. But just to show how fucked up piloting number 6 is, right? Yeah, I agree with you. That would be a little bit more almost like scary, right, for us. Yeah, so the captain's like there by the hospital. He's like, yo, like, I'm just saying, refuse. He's like, nah, I'm bad. I'm still gonna do this. And like, even the captain's like, whoa, unwavering eyes. Kind of dangerous, not gonna lie. Because I do feel like, you know, Reno will master this, but at some point he's gonna lose control. Yeah, and I think at that point, then it'll be on Kafka to rein him in. Yeah, and that's kind of my idea. Or the red hair guy that he's always with. I forget his name. Yeah, like one of the two. So I wonder what's gonna happen with Shinomiya. Like, is she like, because so we got basically 3 things. Kafka is kaiju. Reno is now gonna
pilot the kaiju weapon, a numbered weapon, is Shinomiya just gonna be like the super soldier route? You know, like she's gonna be like the one who retains her humanity.
Yeah, I don't know, because she had the axe and the axe got broken. And like, okay,
They can make another axe, come on.
yeah, I mean, yeah, but we'll see, because also now, you know, at this point, Hoshino would have 2, right? Because he'd have his like little dual daggers. And
yeah, dude, Hoshino, dude, just imagining Hoshino with number 10, it's gonna be fucking lit, dude. It's gonna be so, and I bet number 10 will talk to him too when he's using him.
Yeah. Oh, like the blade will be talking.
That's like, so dude, cool. That's so cool.
It's full Zangetsu at this point.
I do feel like, you know, this is like end goal. Number 9 will get taken down, and Shinomiya will use number 9 as a weapon, and like, you know, I think she'll stay connected with her dad through that way once number 9's taken. Down. I think that's how it's gonna go, but you know, I could be wrong.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and we'll have to see, you know, how the next coming episodes are, but you know, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate it. Please check out all the other single episodes that we are, you know, recapping every single day of the week, basically, in the podcast on Tuesdays. But thank you all for tuning in, and until next time, hope you all have a fantastic day, and we'll catch you later.
Peace guys. Wait.